was great. They had a sudden change a couple times in the game, and we were able to get turnovers and help our offense out. And, in the red zone, give the ball back to the offense.
Coach always talks about complimentary football. Talk about that aspect of the game.
Oh, yeah, definitely today was complimentary football. Every time we got a stop, it seemed like they would drive down the field and get a score, won the field position game, and, just took advantage of that all day.
I think we were clicking on all cylinders. Aside from the fumble and the interception, we didn't punt today, so I don't think. So that was good. We're just trying to get better each week. This one was for the seniors, though.
Talk about the seniors. Next week, senior day at home. How special is it to send them out with a good week of practice this week and then on in Nebraska?
Yeah, last week, I was preaching to them and to the guys, and whenever I was asked out, what are you guys doing for these last 3 weeks? I was just finishing strong for the seniors. That's like I said, they mean a lot to me, and Nebraska senior night, it's going to mean a lot for the team, and we really have high expectations for what we're going to do next week.
It just feels good, to force turnovers and celebrate with your team, because there's nothing like making a play or your teammate making a play and you run over there and you just jacked up having fun with your old team.
Talk about the defense effort as a whole today. A big day in terms of complimentary football, getting stops when you need to, put the offense in some good spots. Talk about that.
As a whole, I think we did very well. Like every week, there's a lot of things that we do good as a defense, and there's a lot of things that we need to improve going into Monday's practice. But as a whole, I think we kind of piggybacked off of where we left Minnesota game, and we didn't pitch a shutout, but we could have done a lot of things better to do that.
Well, we know that coming to this game that it was going to be a big game for our offensive line and running backs, and I think that they executed that real well, and the attempts that me and Christian got and other receivers, we definitely did a good job there. I think we had a good completion percentage, so we were real efficient in the pass game as well.
Coach O'Brien always talks about how important complimentary football is. The defense put the offense in some very good positions today. How important is that for you guys on offense?
I think it's real important. I would say that's something that we came out of a Minnesota game thinking, we got to take what the defense gives us, and they gave us some short fields in that game, but we weren't able to capitalize. And I would say, this game, we played our game, blocked well, and took advantage of our chances. So I don't think we punted the ball that many times. We ended mostly every possession with a kick, and that's something that we really try to do each and every game.
The seniors only have 4 more quarters in Beaver Stadium. How important is it this week for those guys?
I think it's real important, and as the young guys, we gotta make sure that we, send these guys like Brandon Felder and the other guys, Urschel and those guys out on a good note. So, I would say it's definitely really important for us young guys to make sure that we rally around and have a little extra focus this week to send these guys out on a good note.
First touchdown today, how did it feel in the end zone for the first
time? It felt
time?
great. I said to Hack after, I said we've been through a lot together, so it was definitely an exciting moment for me.
Kyle, talk about complimentary football, how important it is for this offense.
It's very important. When the defense makes a play, we got to make sure that we come back and convert for them. And then if we mess up, they got to make sure they get a stop for us. So when we play complimentary football, we definitely play well.
Jesse, the big play across the middle, take us through that play and what you saw on the 58-yard connection with you and Hack.
It was a naked route, and I just caught the ball and was able to make it upfield. Kyle was blocking down the field. Got me a couple extra yards after the catch.
Yeah, it was a good day. All of our guys were hitting their assignments. We were playing physical up front. Purdue's a good team, but, we were feeling it today. Zach, Bill, Akil, they all had a great game. Running downhill was great.
Coach O'Brien always talks about complimentary football. How important is it when the defense creates some turnovers, puts the offense in good positions? How important is that for you guys?
Yeah, it's great because, it gets us jacked up. We're ready to go. And they give us that great field position, and then we're ready to score, and it's great football.
4 more quarters this year in Beaver Stadium for the seniors. How important is this week for those guys on the practice field leading up to the game?
Yeah, it's really, great guys like Ty Howe and, John Urschel are just, guys we really want to win for. Adam Gress, all of our seniors are great. And, especially up front, we really just want to do our job and get them those wins.